Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So it's been a while since I've done a nice, strong Bentonite clay facial mask. This is by far the most powerful face mask I've ever used whenever my skin is feeling congested and clogged and just not as bright. I like to do it occasionally. My skin right now is pretty clear, but I do see some bumps and it just feels like there is a lot of congestion underneath the surface. So it is time to whip up my super easy Bentonite clay mask. I only need 3 ingredients plus the utensils, so it's super simple. Here is an up close look at what's going on with my skin. It definitely looks better with the camera and the lighting. In person, I definitely feel that it's like had a dullness to it. So I've got my Bentonite clay here. I use this really popular brand. People use it for their hair, for their skin. On the back here is the instructions. I do not have apple cider vinegar and I do not have a plastic spoon like I normally would use, but I didn't notice any adverse effects. But just know that's what they recommend. But this is what it looks like. It's just powdered bentonite clay. If you've never used it before, super simple. I also add tea tree oil to my mixture to get a little bit more effervescence and cleansing. I'm using distilled white vinegar in lieu of ACV, and I don't want to get my shirt messy, so I went ahead and switched, and I also did these very cute tiny twists, and I am going to cover my hair so that I don't get any of the clay mixture on these freshly done twists. I'm going to take a spoonful of the bentonite clay. I'll have the full recipe down in the description box and the pinned comment as well. So I add a little bit more as needed to cover my entire face. Then I add a spoonful of the vinegar here, and it kind of gives you that bubbling effect that like a 5th grade volcano science project would kind of give you. And I slowly mix the products together until I get a nice smooth creamy paste. I add a little bit more bentonite clay and vinegar as needed. I don't want it to be runny, but I don't want it to be super thick like we just saw the way the texture looked either. And then I add a few drops of the tea tree oil. I'm out of this one almost, so I was lucky to get 2 drops, but I normally add 3 to 4 drops on average. And then normally I would put this on my face with a plastic spoon, but since I just moved and had to get rid of all mine pretty much, I am just putting it on my face with this metallic spoon. And I guess the metallic products interact funny with the bentonite clay, so it's best to just follow those directions. But everything worked out okay for me to use this one time. So I like to concentrate it on my chin where I tend to get a lot of whiteheads and congestion, and it's normal after this mask to notice an increase in whiteheads and pimples because it brings things to the surface, and you will see that towards the end of this video. That's exactly what happened. But after that, over the next 2 days, the pimple was completely gone and the whiteheads were gone as well. As I washed my face a couple of times in the shower, it just brought all that congestion that I was feeling to the surface, because this is a very powerful mask. In fact, it says that you can feel the pulsating. Usually when I add a thicker layer, I do feel that pulsating as it dries because it's really like sucking everything out. So it's important to also follow up with a moisturizing product afterwards. But because I was in a rush and had a flight the next morning, I didn't do a thick layer like I normally do, which is probably for the best because that pulsing can get a little intense. So this is actually a pretty thin layer of the mask for me than I normally do. I usually cake it on those areas like my nose and my chin that get congested with blackheads. I usually really cake it on there. So I'm just making sure to smooth it on the surface areas of my face here, trying to avoid my eyes because this stuff is really intense, and as it dries it crumbles and can kind of get into your eyes. So I'm being careful with how I'm applying it around that area. Again, making sure to really get it on my chin. First time Will has ever seen me do this mask, so it was funny seeing his reaction. I also FaceTime with my nephew, who's only 1, and I thought that I would terrify him. But funnily enough, after like 2 seconds, he was just like, oh, it's just TT, and he was like super chill. So I left this on my face for about 30-40 minutes. Here's what it looks like. It dries and hardens, and as you can see, it's kind of got that like peeling, kind of cracked effect, kind of like you're a clay person pretty much. And that is my sign to get in the shower. I saturate my face with a face wash to help it come off easier, and this is what it looks like after washing in the shower. My skin feels a lot cleaner. It doesn't have that initial kind of dull surface texture that it had previously. And as you can see, the whiteheads are here. They are present and accounted for. So if you have an extraction tool or any sort of like esthetician tool, it is a great time to gently remove those whiteheads. And I do have some additional bumps that came to the surface. I'm going to be following up with a toner made of rose water. This is one of my favorite skincare and hair products of all time. I have a video of the 5 different ways that I use rose water, and it is just amazing. This is going to be a forever repurchase for me. So since bentonite clay strips your skin essentially and it's very harsh, I like to rebalance my skin, use very moisturizing lightweight products. I can even use this on my eyelids, and it's very, very gentle. It doesn't irritate, which is perfect since I'm a contact lens wearer. And I just gently pat the product all over my skin to really get that hydration in there and make sure that I've gotten every surface area of my face. And this smells great, so it's great aromatherapy as well. Kind of dry that in a little bit. I'm going to be using the CosRx Advanced Snail Mucin 92 All-in-One Cream. This is a very goopy texture. If you've ever used a snail mucin, it has that same kind of sticky snail mucilage type of texture to it. And this is very hydrating to my skin. And again, it's not heavy, but it gives you a great amount of moisture after such a drying facial mask. And again, I like to really work that into all of my face to rebalance and remoisturize after the bentonite clay. And I also feel that my skin can receive products a lot better after doing this mask because I've removed a lot of that kind of like surface buildup and even the stuff that you can't see that's below the dermal layer to be able to use my products with more effectiveness. I gently apply it under my eyes as well. My skin feels so much better. I'd like to get a professional facial one of these days. It's been years since I've gotten one, but in the meantime, this is a great mask to use when I need a deeper clean. I really tell from my channel name that I'm a lot more into hair care than skincare, so please let me know what are some of your favorite facial masks, whether they are for moisture, deeper cleansing, resurfacing, acid masks, you name it. Let me know some of your favorites because I would love to dive into finding some more favorites next year, hopefully, and continue to take even better care of my skin. So here are my results. My skin looks very refreshed, and I don't have that congested feeling. I do have this pimple, but again, it was gone by the next 2 days. So I got all that stuff up to the surface. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are doing great, and I'll see you very soon in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye.